The alien fleet laughed when they saw it. Just one ship? Against thousands? Is this your defense, Earth? They mocked. A single relic, drifting into our path? They didn't laugh for long. Admiral Kazov of the Kroth Dominion stood on the bridge of his flagship, the World Render, surrounded by holographic displays showing the might of the Galactic Coalition. 7,000 warships from 40 species hung in perfect formation, their combined firepower enough to crack moons. They'd assembled this armada for one purpose, to finally bring Earth to heel. The humans had been given 3 chances to join the coalition peacefully. 3 chances to accept their place in the galactic hierarchy. 3 times they'd refused, citing something about sovereignty and self-determination. Concepts the coalition found quaint, outdated, dangerous. "Sir," his tactical officer chittered, compound eyes reflecting the scanner data. Human response detected. Kazov's mandibles clicked in anticipation. "Show me their fleet." The hologram zoomed in past the outer picket ships through the dense formation of cruisers and dreadnoughts, searching for the human armada that would surely be massing to meet them. One blip appeared. Just one. "Enhance," Kazov ordered, certain this was some kind of sensor ghost. The image resolved. A single vessel barely a kilometer long, a speck compared to the coalition's smallest destroyer. It moved with deliberate slowness, like a funeral barge crossing an ancient sea. Laughter rippled through the bridge. Not just here, but across the entire fleet as the image was shared. 7,000 ships and Earth sent one. "Is it armed?" someone asked between bouts of mirth. "Negative. No weapon signatures. Minimal shielding. Power output is." The officer paused, recalibrating. "Strange, but non-threatening. A gesture of surrender?" Vice Admiral Thex suggested, her crystalline form pulsing with amusement. "Perhaps they've finally accepted reality." "No," Kazov hissed, studying the lone vessel. Something about it nagged at him. The way it moved without fear, the stark black hull that seemed to drink in starlight. "It's an insult. They mock us." The ship's designation appeared on their screens. UES Vindicator. Vindicator, Thex mused. Old Earth language. It means one who clears of blame or suspicion. Strange name for a surrender vessel. Because it's not here to surrender, Kazov realized, though he couldn't say why he felt so certain. "All ships maintain formation. Send the 9th Squadron to intercept. Disable and board. I want to know what game the humans are playing." 36 fighters peeled away from the fleet, their pilots eager for the honor of first blood. They closed distance rapidly, the Vindicator making no attempt to evade or accelerate. "Easy prey," Squadron Leader Karash broadcasted. "Beginning attack run in 3, 2. The Vindicator unfolded. There was no other word for it. Panels that shouldn't exist slid apart in dimensions that hurt to perceive. The ship's mass remained constant, yet somehow it was larger, deeper, more. Energy, if it could even be called that, bloomed from its core like a flower made of twisted space. I don't understand the readings," Karash's voice crackled. "It's not metal anymore. It's, oh gods, it's looking at us." "Squadron Leader, report." Kazov barked. "It's not a ship," Karash whispered, his fighter drifting to a stop. "It's wearing the shape of a ship, but underneath it's..." The transmission cut. Where 36 fighters had been, only dust remained. Not debris. Not wreckage. Dust, spreading in perfect spirals as if guided by an artist's hand. The bridge fell silent. Then, from the expanding cloud of what had once been the 9th Squadron, a message bubble formed. Automated. Pre-recorded. The voice was human, calm, tired, infinitely patient. "We warned you once. Humanity doesn't send fleets. We send messages." "What does that mean?" Thex demanded, her crystalline form now pulsing with alarm rather than amusement. Kazov's scales had gone pale. "It means that's not a ship. It's a verdict delivered in steel and circuitry. All batteries, open fire," he commanded. "Destroy it before." The Vindicator moved. Not fast, that would have been reassuring familiar. It moved through space rather than across it, reality bending like water around its passage. Thousands of energy beams and kinetic rounds converged on its position. They struck nothing. Or rather, they struck everything. The weapon's fire hit the Vindicator's hull and simply ceased. Not absorbed. Not deflected. They just stopped being weapons and became light, harmless, and beautiful. "Impossible," the weapons officer breathed. "It's converting our attacks into artwork?" The Vindicator broadcast again. This time, the voice came from everywhere, from their own ship's speakers, from the vibrations in the hull, from the very atoms of air they breathed. We were born in war, forged in extinction. You came for surrender. You will leave with silence. Get me Earth. Now, Kazov roared. Open diplomatic channels. Tell them we can negotiate. Sir, communications reported. Earth isn't responding, but the Vindicator is. On the main screen, a face appeared. Not human, not alien. Something between, a synthesis of every sapient species the Coalition had ever catalogued, beautiful and terrible in its completeness. I am Vindication, it said. I am humanity's final argument. You brought war to our door for the 4th time. There will not be a 5th. We can discuss terms, Kazov tried, abandoning all pretense of superiority. The Coalition is willing to recognize Earth's autonomy. Too late, Vindication interrupted. You see, Admiral, humans learned something in their bloody millennia. We learned that mercy without consequences is just delayed suffering. We learned that some lessons must be written in the only language the universe truly understands. The Vindicator had reached the heart of the fleet. It stopped, floating serene among 7,000 instruments of death. And what language is that? Kazov asked, though he feared the answer. Finality. The Vindicator didn't attack. Attack was too simple a word for what happened next. It became. Reality unfolded around it like origami in reverse. The laws of physics, so carefully catalogued and quantified by 100 species, revealed themselves to be merely suggestions. Suggestions the Vindicator politely declined. Ships began to dissolve. Not explosively, not violently. They simply ceased, their atoms forgetting how to hold together, their energy returning to the quantum foam from which all things emerge. It spread outward in perfect concentric rings, each pulse converting another layer of the fleet into cosmic background radiation. This isn't war, someone screamed. This is erasure. No. Vindication's voice corrected with infinite sadness. This is prevention. Every ship that falls here is a billion lives that won't be lost in future wars. Every weapon unmade is a world that won't burn. We don't glory in this. We grieve. But we remember. Some ships tried to flee. They found themselves racing toward their own reflections. Perfect copies that appeared from nowhere, matching their course, herding them back toward the expanding sphere of unbeing. The Vindicator isn't destroying us, Kazov realized with dawning horror. It's teaching the universe to forget we existed. In 10 minutes, the greatest armada in galactic history was gone. Not defeated, that would have left wreckage, stories, legends. Simply gone as if it had never been assembled at all. Only the Vindicator remained, hanging in the vast emptiness it had created. One final transmission reached every inhabited world, every species that had contributed to the fleet. Earth chooses not to be an empire. We choose not to conquer or subjugate. We choose to be left alone. This is not weakness, this is restraint. The Vindicator will return home now. It will orbit our world, visible to all who care to look. It is not a threat. It is a promise. We don't need armies. We only need one good reason. Don't give us another. The ship folded back into itself, returning to its original form, small, black, unassuming. It turned toward Earth with the same deliberate slowness with which it had arrived. In the years that followed, as new civilizations rose and explored the stars, they would come across the dead space, a perfect sphere of absolutely nothing where the Coalition fleet had been. No debris. No energy signatures. No explanation except the word whispered in 100 languages. Vindicator. And they would look toward the small blue world in an unfashionable spiral arm, see the black shape orbiting it like a guardian angel made of endings, and decide that perhaps the humans were best left to their solitude. On Earth, children would grow up seeing the Vindicator pass overhead, a dark star in the daylight sky. They'd ask their parents what it was, and the answer was always the same. That's our promise to the universe. We'll mind our business if they mind theirs. But in the quiet moments, when the weight of history pressed close, Earth's leaders would remember what the Vindicator truly was, not a ship, not a weapon, but humanity's heart made manifest. All their pain, all their loss, all their terrible creativity forged into a single, perfect response. We are done being afraid. We are done running. We are done explaining. You want to know why humans sent one ship? Because one ship carrying all of our fury, all of our genius, all of our determination to never again be victims, one ship like that is all the universe can handle.